How's it going? So, how are you at making decisions? Is it a burden for you? Is it something you do easily? Do you find that you make good decisions, not so good decisions? Um, I had a time where I have a good friend, and he had to make a decision about whether to keep his job or to take a new one. And we were going to a Bruce Springsteen concert the night before he had to make his decision. So we went out for dinner and a few beers beforehand. And he's like, okay, Tony, I trust you. Well, let's talk it out. This is the pros and the cons on each side. And what do you think? He didn't want me to make his decision for him, but he was just interested in my input. And I was listening to everything that he said. And I'm like, honestly, there is no clear cut decision here. There is really good reasons to keep the job you're in, and there's really good reasons to take this other job. It's kind of even. He said, I agree. That's why I was looking for input, and I feel the same way. I said, I got an idea. I said, you know what? You really respect Bruce Springsteen. Why don't you let Bruce make the decision? Let's go to the concert, kick in the songs, and feel like he's talking to us. That was when I discovered that every single Bruce Springsteen song is all about let's get the heck out of here. Okay? Every song of his is about don't stay stuck, make a move, get out of town, do what you got to do, but don't stay stagnant. Don't stay in the same place. So my friend, based on that, left his job, took the other job. And to make a long story short, it didn't work out too well at the other job, but then when he came back to the other job, it was a much better position at that point, and he was in much better shape. So, but I don't advocate rock stars making your life decisions for you, okay? But decisions have impact. Okay, one decision leads to another, and you never know where it's going to spiral to. So really be reflective and ask God's guidance and the guidance of wise people and your moral code and all that when you make a decision. I had years ago, I was selling Star Trek posters and paraphernalia at Trekkie conventions. Trekkies are people that love the Star Trek series, and I was making a lot of money. I was doing really well. The events were a lot of fun. Trekkies are really fun people, and they loved all the interesting buttons and stickers and fun stuff that I was selling. And someone came up to my table and said, there's a UFO convention in town in a couple of weeks in the city. You might be interested. And they highly recommend it. They gave me information about it, and I went. And I found out that Trekkies and UFO people are very different. Like I said, Trekkies are kind of fun people. People into the UFO convention thing, a lot of them believe they were abducted, and they took the whole thing very seriously, and I wasn't selling anything. And the tables, the booth area, okay, it was way more expensive than the Trekkies thing, and I was losing a fortune there. Someone comes up to me from the event, an organizer, and says, hey, how you doing? I'm like, lousy. And I said, nobody's buying anything. He said, this is what you do. Make a poster, say, UFOs are real, and the government knows it. And put a bunch of your stickers and buttons around it, and you'll sell. So I'm making this poster that says UFOs are real and the government knows it, and someone comes by and takes a picture. I didn't think anything of it, okay? There were a lot of people there, and this person taking a picture, all right, great. Next morning, Sunday morning, front page of the news section of the New York Times is my face. I'm right there with my poster, UFOs are real, and the government knows it. It was so crazy. Here I am, okay, in the most important news media in the world, okay, the most important newspaper on earth, accusing the most powerful government on earth of the biggest thing that they could ever be trying to cover up. And so a little decision to attend the convention, make the poster, and there it was. And people all want to know, like, what about, Tony? What about this thing? You feel that passionately about it, Tony? And everybody assumed I must have been abducted And I received invitations to be on various news programs, some of those, talk shows and stuff. I had to turn it down because, of course, I wasn't really ever abducted. But what I'm trying to say is one thing leads to another, leads to another. All right, so make your decisions wisely, and hopefully you never get yourself in serious trouble. I actually had mysterious black vans parking in front of my house for weeks after that. Okay, so I really stepped in something. So don't you. Okay, God bless.